Heel hits the red dirt path, toe pushes off the stone. One breath in, one breath out. The trees don't ask for much, they just stand there tall, watching me swing by, swing by. Green leaves break the sun, sharp patterns on my skin. No clock to keep, no race to win. Blue jay shouts from the oak, I shout back a hello, hello. Just the rhythm of the road. The wind is a cool hand, smoothing out the rough spots. I don't need a map, I don't need a plan, just this steady beat, moving through the tall grass, feeling right and tight. Dirt path, everything is in its place. Soul is quiet, step is light. The sun is leaning low, walking back to the start, with a song in my shoe. So light. The rain hits the glass. You haven't turned the page. You haven't turned the page. It is quiet in the kitchen. Just the way I like it. We do not have to go. The world can wait outside. Stay right where you are, close enough to touch. Your sweater has a loose thread. I watch it catch the light. No need for heavy talk. Silence does the work. Silence does the work. Others are rushing for the train, checking clocks and making plans, but the ice is melting slow. In a glass we forgot to finish. We do not have to go. The world watching a beetle die on the flagstone. It's twitching in the way I do when I'm nervous. You're pointing out the hydrangea bushes, saying they need more iron in the soil. But the sun is hitting your neck in a way that makes me think about hospital waiting rooms, and the way the linoleum reflects the ceiling. I'm trying to be present for the walk, but I'm counting the steps until I can lay back down. Stay here in the weeds with me. Stay here. Don't ask me to be anything else. Lost wire, anything else. Not today. Just watch the dirt get under my nails. Under my nails. You have a bruise on your shin from the bed frame, a purple map of where we've been sleeping. We passed the neighbor's fence where the paint is peeling like sunburned skin after a long July. I wanna tell you I'm failing at being a person, but you're busy smelling the lavender. You say it reminds you of soap in a bathroom, and I just nod because I can't remember my own. The silence feels like a Sunday morning when nobody showed up for the sermon. Stay here in the weeds with me. Stay here. Don't ask me to be anything else. Lost wire, anything else. Not today. Just watch the dirt get under my nails. Under my nails. The light is too bright for my eyes. Too bright. We're just walking in circles. I'm still waiting for the floor to give way, but the grass is holding us up. Maybe the apocalypse is just a slow Tuesday, and we're just picking at scabs in the garden. In the garden. For now. For now. Sunlight spills, oh spills, tracing the grain across the wood. Soft skin, soft, warm. on the jawline, rough wool of the sleeve. Light is lancing through the glass. Dust is heavy in the air. Stay in the palm, hold the pulse of it. Stay in the palm. Tracing the blue underskin. Clock is counting down the steam. Your breath is slow and even. Anchor in an inn. Anchor in the linen. Stay in the palm. Hold the pulse of it. Stay in the palm. Vessels and the ink running through the wrist. The timber of the house shifting in the heat. Rest the weight, rest the weight of the hand, rest the weight. Stay here, rest the weight. Da 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 da, shoo-be-da-doo. Heels dig deep, the black dirt gives way. I lean back, watch the oak bark slide by, slide by. Chain links bite the air, a steady click and snap, clockwork in the garden. Sun hits the nape of a resting neck. Weightless for a beat, then the pull returns. The pull returns. Breath catches in the throat like a reed in the wind, keeping time with the dust. The sky opens its big blue mouth and laughs a soft gale. I am not going anywhere fast, just hanging on a hinge, balanced on a wooden board between the mud and the blue. Eyes shut tight, feeling the pendulum swing. Warmth in the palms, the world is a slow loop of, slow loop, slow loop. No rush to step down, the rhythm is the point, the rest is just talk. Back and forth, high hits the wood grain. You are turning a thin page. The steam rises from the cup. I see the ink on your thumb. You have not moved for some time. The room is becoming bright. Across the table, your hand finds mine. It is warm and steady. It is warm and steady. The morning moves slow. I have my own stack of books, but I watch the dust move in the light from the high window. The radiator makes a metallic click. You are underlining a long sentence. The pen is blue and cheap plastic. Your glasses sit on the bridge of your nose. Across the table, your hand finds mine. It is warm and mine. It is warm and steady. The morning moves slow. The traffic is a distant sound. The kettle is cooling on the stove. We do not need to speak at all. This is how the day begins, a quiet sort of weightless support. Support across the table. Your hand finds mine. It is warm and steady. It is warm and steady. The morning moves slow. Another hour. I found a pile of two under the couch. Blue ink is smudged across my knuckle. The radiator makes a rhythmic clicking sound. It matches the way you breathe. Pale light hits the dust on the silence without making it sound like a void, making it sound empty. I am folding the morning into an envelope, leaving it right where you can find it. Simple things feel like heavy secrets now. We are finally good at being still. The toaster popped and made me jump. The strawberry jam is far too sweet. I watched a sparrow on the porch railing. It looked like it was waiting for a sign. I am writing down the way you look before the world gets too loud again. I am folding the morning into an envelope, leaving it right where you can find it. Simple things feel like heavy secrets now. We are finally good at being still. It is terrifying to be this okay, to not be looking for an exit. I used to think peace was a lie, or something meant for other people, meant for someone else. But here is the ink on the page. Wait until you read what I wrote. Wait for the light to hit. Wait until you see the tea is cold. Just stay right there in the sheets. Stay right there. Don't move a muscle yet. Don't move a muscle yet. The ink is still wet on the paper. Ink is still wet. It is still wet. Do, 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 do. Steam rises like a soft gray curtain between your steady gaze and mine. The spoon clicks against the porcelain rim, tap, tap, keeping time for the both of us, while the world stays outside the glass, safe and dry in this padded booth. You slide that look across the table, low and slow like a heavy bass line. No rush to find the bottom of the brew. We stay right here in the pocket of the quiet afternoon, right here, wrapped in wool and woven silk, watching the rain paint the pavement black, simple as a 3-chord blues. The crowd outside is double timing, racing for the downtown express. But we have the bridge and the melody, settled in the easy air, taking our sweet time to breathe. Take another sip and let it linger, the way the evening begins to fall, folding down, sweet and steady. Just us, just us, just us, in the pocket. Do-do-da-do. One more time, soft and slow. The sun hits the floorboards in those long yellow strips. You are moving through the kitchen without making a sound. I like the way the ceramic feels against my palms. It is a heavy heat that does not go away too fast. I watch the steam curl up towards the ceiling while you lean against the counter, just looking at me, just looking at me. It is a steady kind of holding on, like the heat that stays inside the clay. I do not need much else besides this, just the way you look in the morning light, soft and easy, so soft, so soft and easy. I have these papers spread out across the oak table, trying to make sense of all these printed lines, but I keep catching the rhythm of your breathing. It is more important than anything I am reading now. The ink stays dry while the morning disappears, and I am perfectly fine with falling behind. It is a steady kind of holding on, like the heat that stays inside the clay. I do not need much else besides this, just the way you look in the morning light, soft and easy, so soft and easy. not have to talk about the things we have to do. The grass is growing outside without any help from us. Let the sugar sink down to the bottom of the cup. Everything exactly where it needs to be. Exactly where it needs to be. It is a steady kind of holding on, like the heat that stays inside the clay. I do not need much else besides this, just the way you look in the morning light, soft and easy. Keep the kettle low, keep the blankets on the floor. It is a steady kind of holding, stay right here, stay right here. The grate is heavy iron, it holds the birch limbs together. You haven't moved in 20 minutes, 20 minutes. The room feels smaller now, in a way that finally makes sense. The draft under the door is just a reminder of what we kept out. Kept it out. I am watching the way the orange light prints geometric patterns on your sleeve. It is a quiet chemistry, a slow consumption of oxygen and wood. We don't need to discuss the weather, or the thing is a physical weight settling on my shoulders like a wool coat. It is easy to measure the afternoon by how much timber remains in the basket. The winter is a logical neighbor, standing on the porch, waiting for an invitation that we are too comfortable to give. So comfortable. Of the rug, just out of reach of the rug, just out of reach of the sparks. I think about the movement of time. I think about the movement of time, how it slows when the air gets dry. The clock in the hallway is ticking, but the sound is soft and unimportant. I suppose this is what they meant by finding a center. Finding a center. The wood pops once, a small sharp noise in the stillness. You look up and smile, just a little, and I stay right here, watching the ash turn white, turn white. Right here on these wooden steps, with the cool air moving through the trees. I like the way you don't say much. You just lean your head back watching the Big Dipper hang there like it has nowhere else to be. The world is usually so loud. Everyone is rushing to get somewhere, but we found a way to stop the clock without even trying. Let's stay out here a little longer. The grass is damp with the evening. I am perfectly fine where I am, just me and you and the stars. Right here with you, just the stars. Stay right there, don't turn the page yet. The sun hits the floor in a way I wanna keep. You look so settled, you look so settled against the green velvet chair. It is just like this, nothing needs to happen. The rhythm of the house is enough of the house is enough for me today. Just a simple frame for a simple, simple life. The tea has gone cold, but the steam still lingers. I watch your hand move. I watch your hand move, tracing lines in the air. You don't have to speak to tell me you are here. It is just like this, nothing needs to happen. The rhythm of the house is enough of the house is enough for me today. Just a simple frame for a simple, simple life. Some people want the noise, the shouting and the heat, but I prefer the quiet. The way your sleeve is rolled, the way the guitar feels underneath my thumb. It is just like this, nothing needs to happen. The rhythm of the house is enough of the house is enough for me today. Just a simple frame for a simple, simple life. Don't move a muscle, just like this. Stay in the light, just like this. Oh, stay in the light, just like this. Perfect as you are. The refraction of light across the cedar, striking the ceramic rim with clinical precision. Your thumb traces the vein in my wrist, an ancient cartography of quiet belonging. We are nested in the inherited linen, frayed at the edges like a coastline. The convallaria bends toward the window glass, acknowledging the warmth of the solar as a band. We are reading the same heavy book. Your gaze is a lexicon of devotion, of absolute devotion. The vocabulary of your eyes is fast, speaking of histories we haven't written. The porcelain vessel steams between my palms, fragrant with crushed bergamot and peppermint. I am cataloging the silence of the room, a sanctuary built from shared breath, shared breath. The cardinal lands on the iron railing, a sudden punctuation of crimson and light, crimson and light. No dialogue is required for this understanding. The inheritance of peace is a heavy fabric, wrapped around our shoulders like carded wool in the sanctuary of the late morning. The late morning. Your hand is an anchor in the light, keeping me tethered to this specific hour. This specific hour. The architecture of the house is breathing, expanding with the heat of the day. I rest my head against your shoulder, a final sentence in a long paragraph. A long paragraph. The clock ticks with a rhythmic patience, measuring the depth of our mutual calm. Mutual calm. The dust particles rotate in the beam, a mitochondrions of planetary motion, and the teacup is empty but the warmth remains, transferred from the ceramic to my skin, to my skin. The Lana Caravine climbing the porch, Whitney liturgy of our stillness. Rain clings to the glass in long lines. Your hand stays heavy on the table. The guitar pulls at the silence. Everything is slowing down right now. The clock on the wall is a liar. It says we've been here for years. The air in this corner is thick. Weightless, don't move an inch. Don't move. The world is a clumsy thing outside, but here we have this. We have this. The music is a way of staying still. The melody covers the room. Let the afternoon stay parked at the curb. Just a little longer. Just a little longer. Stay still right here. Just a little longer. down the heavy metal nib, blacking trails, the wide expanse, tracing every jagged thought I keep for you. Sharp lines, bold strokes, catching the vibration of the hand, tapping out a rhythmic beat against the wood. Fold the corner sharp, creasing down the fiber of the page, making sure the mark is cut deep, deep enough to break the silence of the room. Words slide, ink burns, staining every fiber of the bone, driving like a walking bass across the line. No wire, no spark, just the tactile drag of laid upon the soul. But my pulse is quick, my blood is jumping, kicking up the dust of everything I meant to say. Meant to say. It pulses, it pushes, it swings across the margin like a brass horn. Shut, licking down the salt upon the seal, sending out the testament of heat, waiting for the metal click of the box. Click of the box. Stay hip, walk tall, knowing that the ink is finally dry, knowing that you hold the breath I gave away across the town, in your hand. Your hands, signed and sent, yeah. Keep it cool, just keep it cool. The sun is hitting the rug. It looks like a yellow square. I am staying very still. My feet are cold under the blanket. I forgot to close the window. Now the air smells like wet grass. Don't move yet, keep the page open. I like it like this, I like it like this. Don't move yet, keep the page open. I like it like this, I like it like this. My tea is getting lukewarm. I'm on page 84. You are still pretending to sleep. I saw your left eyelash move. The steam is disappearing into the dust, floating in the air. Don't move yet, keep the page open. I like it like this, I like it like this. Don't move yet, keep the page open. I like it like this, I like it like this. Wait, I think the clock stopped. I haven't heard it tick in a while. Maybe today is just one long hour. One long hour, one long hour. The sun moved to the wall. Now the the square is a rectangle. I like it like this. Stay. Porcelain rest upon the scarred oak. Steam rises from the fusion of chicory root. Your diaphragm pulses with a sudden frantic rhythm. The punchline lingers in the oxygen between us. A tectonic shift within this narrow scullery. You are a monument of sudden bright sound. I watch the way your shoulders heave, tracing the lineage of your genuine mirth. Beyond the window a cedar waxwing hovers, navigating the branches of the silver birch. The world is violent and vastly indifferent, but here the gravity feels centered and kind. This silence is a heavy velvet tapestry, woven from the threads of our shared history. We do not need the clutter of syntax or the clumsy architecture of spoken explanation. Only the stillness. We are two celestial bodies and fixed orbit, no longer seeking by the weight of this small joy, no longer seeking in a reason for existing, simply braiding in the frequency of afterglow, simply vibrating in the frequency of afterglow. The resonance remains. You peel a clementine with methodical grace. The citrus oils atomize in the cool air. A fragrance of ponderosa pine in winter stains the linen towel draped over your arm. I am documenting the tetragrammaticity of your knuckles, each ridge a mountain range I have climbed. A liturgy performed without a single prayer. The castery performed without a single prayer. The cast iron skillet remains cold on the stove while the sun calculates its slow descent. We are protagonists in a fable of peace, untouched, butched by the machinery of the exterior world. Our knees brush beneath the table edge, a tectonic plate, movement of sheer devotion. Your eyes reflect the grain of the wood, a mirror of the forest we planted together. Everything is ending somewhere in the distance, but here the clock has forgotten to strike. This silence is a heavy velvet tapestry, woven from the threads of a shared history. We do not need the clutter of sensory, no longer seeking by the weight of this small joy, no longer seeking in a reason for existing, simply extending through the floorboard, simply vibrating in the frequency of afterglow.